What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Arsenal transfer news update show. Of course, every single day here's your latest Arsenal transfer news and rumours. What's going on with the striker situation then? Is it going to be Viktor Gyökeres? Is it going to be Benjamin Šeško? Or is it going to be Ollie Watkins? We're going to cover it all today. We're going to go through what Romano said about the latest with Viktor Gyökeres and some reports in Portugal on that, and also talking about Šeško and a potential, if all else fails, people, in not getting Šeško and Gyökeres, Arsenal could go for a plan C option in Ollie Watkins. Make sure you guys hit like buttons up, subscribe channel if you are new. We're on the road now to 12,000 subscribers. And also leave your thoughts in the chat down below. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on this saga and this situation. Of course, the transfer window is now officially open. It's now officially reopened. It's shut for a few days, but it is obviously the 16th today, Monday, of course, and it is obviously reopened. So, yeah, let's get right into what's been going on in the past couple of days, keeping you guys updated. We had Romano a few days ago coming out and saying, I did a live stream about this speaking when it first announced, but this is what Romano said. He's not really said anything since a few days ago on this. He's not really updated us apart from a few days ago, but this is what he said. So Gyökeres' priority is to join Arsenal this summer, despite calls from Man United in the recent weeks. Gyökeres is always an option amid Sesko talks with no deal still so far. Arsenal keep assessing the situation. United remain keen, but believe the deal is now unlikely. So, as confirmed right there, Viktor Gyökeres wants an Arsenal move. Viktor Gyökeres wants Arsenal over any other club that's in for him, and it's just down to Arsenal to try and sort out a deal to sign Viktor Gyökeres compared to the whole fee with Sporting Lisbon, and of course trying to get a deal done. If we are actually serious in signing Gyökeres, that is what it's going to take, people, is to to actually agree the fee with Sporting Lisbon. I think at the moment, and we're going to share some reports in Portugal as well that back this up. I still think the priority is Šeško, but it seems that in the recent days, Benjamin Šeško, the whole news has dried up. It's sort of, there's no progress in the deal. It's like we're sort of at a roadblock with it because Leipzig is still demanding more money for Šeško. Arsenal not willing to pay the money at the moment. I think both of the players want to come to Arsenal. Šeško, I think, will want the Arsenal move. As we know, Gyökeres wants the Arsenal move as well. But it's just down to Arsenal and the club. It's basically, if we want to go and get Šeško, we have to agree the fee with Leipzig, and they're holding out for a lot more money than what we want to pay. And it seems at the moment it's the same with Gyökeres, because I'm going to share some reports coming from Portugal today. One report came out and said, this come by Sport Witness, saying that Viktor Gyökeres wants to join Arsenal because he wants to challenge for the Premier League and Champions League titles. The management of Sporting aren't pleased with how the players' representatives have handled this transfer. The Swedish international has declared the Gunners as his priority. So I think it's quite clear and obvious that Gyökeres, wants the Arsenal move over any other club. But again, it don't really mean anything until we actually, start negotiating. Well, I think we are, starting negotiations with Sporting, but it doesn't mean anything until we actually put in a bid or agree a fee with Sporting for Gyökeres, because we may go elsewhere. And this is the news coming from Portugal as well. Record Portugal reporting it. The same source that reported that we put in a bid for Gyökeres. So keep that in mind. But they came out and said that Arsenal think that asking price Gyökeres is too high. So they will now focus on signing Benjamin Šeško or Ollie Watkins instead. So Record Portugal were completely ruling out of sort of like saying it's over. The deal's over. Arsenal ruling out the race. We ain't going to go for Gyökeres. And there's a few, basically we're frozen negotiations because Sporting are asking for too much for Viktor Gyökeres. And it seems that, it's the same with RB Leipzig. They're asking for quite a bit of money and we're just not willing to pay that at the moment. And this comes, it has its positives, negatives of it. You can look at it both ways. One way, Berta, likes to do the deals at the same time, basically. He likes to do a number of deals, get them into advanced stages, and then when they get into advanced stages, he wants to pick one and make the decision so we have something to fall back on. But on the flip side of that is if you wait too long, you could lose out on both the targets because there is many clubs in for Gyokeres, as we know. Man United, very, very, they keep calling every single day. They think it's unlikely because Gyokeres wants Arsenal and they're expecting Arsenal to maybe go in for Gyokeres. That's why they think it's unlikely. And maybe financial side, possibly. I don't know. But they want him. Juventus want him. Atletico Madrid want him. And obviously, we're looking at him. So there is other clubs in for Gyokeres. And there's also a few clubs in for, and there will be in for Shesko. Bayern Munich looking at Shesko. Bayern Munich can't hold on to Kane forever. They know Kane is, you know, they want something different in terms of the striker market, a different type of striker. Sorry, so they'll be looking at Shesko. Liverpool maybe if they gonna go for a striker in the end. So there is clubs who need strikers out there, and that could become a risk. Like if we keep taking our time with the signing, because at the moment there's been no there's been concrete talks with Shesko and Gyökeres obviously now, but no deal, no offer, no bid, no terms even accepted yet in terms of okay, both players want to come, but it's not actually came out that they've agreed on personal terms or anything like that, just officially. So it's like, we're in the 16th of January, 16th of June now, and we're still not making a decision. We're still weighing up both players. There's been no agreement of. There's not even been a bid, uh, supposedly so by the whole tier one journalist saying that there's not been a bid. So yeah, it could come to a stage that we could actually lose out on both of these players if we're not careful. They can go elsewhere, and then that will leave us with going to sign Ollie Watkins. Now, Ollie Watkins, we know Villa need to sell due to the FFP. They're in, quite a rough state in FFP. But so yeah, they're going to be looking to sell as many players and get money as possible. They could send him for around 40 million, which we tried to bid for him in January. I do like Ollie Watkins. I rate Ollie Watkins. I think he's been a well-established Premier League striker. He's done it for Brentford, done it for Villa. I think he had a pretty underwhelming season last season, though. But I think for 40 million, I'll take him. Is he enough, though? Is he enough? And get your thoughts in the chat about this, guys. Is Ollie Watkins enough for Arsenal to, take us over the line in the Premier League next season? Is Ollie Watkins that guy, or do we need? For me, I don't think him on his own is enough. I think we need either a top class winner to go alongside him, or another striker on as well as Ollie Watkins. But yeah, looking like this guy's now our plan C alternative. Looking more in the Prem. I'm going for someone like Ollie Watkins. So yeah, it's gonna be it's very it's an interesting saga, but it's also a long saga, and it's also doing a lot of Arsenal fans' head in, and including myself. We're in 16th of June now. I just want to get a striker now. Like my preference is Viktor Gyökeres. I'm a big fan of Gyokeres. I've been crying for Arsenal to sign this player. I think many Arsenal fans have, to be honest. If it's Shesko, it's Shesko. But I just want Arsenal to get it over the line and get this striker in at least before pre-season, because this keeps dragging on and it's doing, one day we're in for Gyokeres, now we're not in for Gyokeres, then we're in for Watkins, but now we're not in, and then it's Shesko, and then it just goes, it's like it's like a roundabout, round and round, we go every single day, it seems like. And I'm not even started a bid for anyone, I'm not even offered anything to anyone. And it's frustration, it really is, because we saw it happen in a January transfer window, signing no one. Last summer as well, didn't sign a striker. We just want that striker in. So my preference is Gyokeres. I hope we do go all in for Gyokeres. I really do. The player wants Arsenal, clearly, over anyone else, but they don't mean anything. Look at Mikel Arteta. He wanted Arsenal. He twerked for Arsenal, and he ended up at Chelsea. So I don't really get too excited when it's always good that players want to come to your club, but it's down to the actual Arsenal itself and the club to club sort of agreements to get done for them to start getting excited. So and at the moment, nothing's, even with Shesko, nothing's happened with that. People just saying that we're still talking. That's it. We're just in talks. We're in concrete talks. That is it. There's been no bid, no offer, no terms, nothing like that at the moment, people. So hopefully this one hurries up. Obviously, the windows are just open today. It's reopened. So hopefully we get some more news coming out about what's actually going on with this whole striker saga. But let me know your guys' preference and what striker you want to sign down below. And would you be happy with, if we missed out on both Shesko and Gyökeres, would you be happy with signing Ollie Watkins, or do you think we need better, or do you think we need him and maybe some more players there? love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments. Big up everyone for the continued support as well. If you haven't already, make sure you do hit the like button on the way out of the video. If you reached it this far, big up to every single one who's watched to the end as well. Absolute legends. And I'll catch you guys in my next one. Thank you, guys.